So there's a lot of back and forth. But as I said earlier, even the president right now is not really around because he's trying to build ties with Russia. I hope you get the point because there cannot be fire in your house and you are eating granuts. Anyway, let's see how that goes. The government has also indefinitely postponed parliamentary elections that were set for November. They said technical and financial challenges were the reasons why they were postponing the elections. And of course, you know that this would further complicate the electoral situation in the country. Love and light. Love and light to the people of Guinea-Bissau. Visit North Africa one more time. This time, Morocco, where we're hearing that they're suffering droughts. What country was it we saw? Botswana it was, where they suffered drought for a long period of time, and the next thing they're just experiencing flooding right now. Some people have, reportedly died. Anyway, when I saw drought, I remember that story. So that was just me casting my mind to, other parts of Africa where we're dealing with an entirely different situation. So back to Morocco now. We're hearing that drought has hit parts of the country. And in fact, the government has asked the citizens not to slaughter sheep on Eid. That's Eid al-Adha, the celebration that is coming very soon. So they're saying that on climate and energy, the people must try to, put themselves together and not slaughter sheep on Eid day because these are ways, they're just trying to see whether there's some spiritual explanation or some climate explanation as to whatever the situation is there. But again, love and light to the people of Morocco. So let's start by Egypt before we, pan our focus away from North Africa. Took a story from Egypt earlier, but now we have another one. So great stuff from Egypt as they are planning to raise the monthly minimum wage for public sector workers. Yes. So people who work in the public sector in Egypt, they're gearing up for bigger money in their purses. The government is doing what they can to ensure better lives for the people of this of Egypt. Did I say something about how that we were shifting from North Africa? Well, let's just stop by Algeria very quickly now, as France is threatening to review their migration pacts. So there have been cases of deportation from France. Some migrants from Algeria have said, they're suffering in the hands of immigration officers in France, and now they're saying that maybe we should get back to the conversation table and have a review of this great immigration or migration pact that we signed some time ago. That's one story we'll be paying attention to, would also be looking at very closely. As more updates drop on that, we will be bringing it live here on News from Across Africa. Has been running for over 10 years, powered by the U.S. government. Pardon me. And now there is an update that the US government is planning. In fact, they already shut down the project, and that is Power Africa. The program was launched in 2013 by President at the time, that would be President Barack Obama, and it was geared towards expanding electricity access across Africa. Well, most of Power Africa's programs have been marked for termination, and the majority of its staffs have been dismissed. Remember what happened with USAID and other programs that were helping some countries in Africa and other parts of the world. Yes, Power Africa has also felt the the burn of some of the new policies that that the new administration in the US has come with. So Power Africa is ending. A State Department spokesman told newsmen that each program is under review to determine whether it aligns with US national interests. Programs that serve our nation's interests will continue. However, programs that are not aligned with our national interests will not continue. That's what an official of US have said. Programs that underline with national interests. And then you wonder, okay, so let's start from the very beginning. Why did it even become a thing in the first place? How did it come to be if it was not about interest, national or international at this point in time? Because it was aimed to bring electricity to tens of thousands, in fact, tens of millions of African households. And its closure is part of, broader federal budget cuts that the Trump administration has come up with, because they're saying that they need to make effort to reduce government spendings and to also gain momentum for the country, US of A. So if it was not serving interest, how did it survive? How many years? 10? Anyway, the longevity of a thing does not necessarily say if it was effective or not. Some things are not really effective, but they still enjoy longevity. But whatever the case, that's the news. What we know for a fact right now is that Power Africa has been shut down. Huge parts of the program have been shut down, and more is to come, because that's what the administration is warning. So gear up, man. Gear up. So, as we round off with news from across Africa today, let us come down to Nigeria with this one last story. Nigeria's museum is built to oversee return of Benin bronzes, another batch. National Commission for Museums and Monuments will take charge of retrieving and preserving the Benin bronzes with the approval of the Oba of Benin, who is considered the rightful owner of the artifacts anyway. So, according to reports, they say the bronzes were looted by British soldiers in 1897. 1897 from the former Kingdom of Benin. So, a 2023 decree by former President, National Commission for Museums and Monuments, NCMM, Director General Olugbile Holloway said that the Royal Palace lacks the infrastructure to take care of them. It's crazy, right? I own something. You want to tell me whether or not I have capacity to take care of them? If there have been a declaration that says, I am the owner, we cannot say anymore whether it's a Nigerian property or your property. They don't decree them now. Well, with the Oba's consent, anyway, NCMM will now oversee conservation and negotiations for their returns. And there are talks with Cambridge University. The talk was paused anyway, but then it has been reawakened. They're planning to return over 100 bronzes. So this is what Holloway had to say. Holloway is the DG, that's the Director General of NCMM. NCMM is the National Commission for Museums and Monuments. He said the return of these objects is about restoring dignity and correcting the injustice of 1897. So when it comes to Nigeria, we'll now begin to talk about, whether or not it's going to be here or going to be there. But we know that right now, the NCMM is billed with the responsibility of taking charge of retrieving and preserving the Benin bronzes. And that's how we are are gradually, panning focus to situations, events, happenings around Nigeria. Top of the hour, 8 o'clock, I will return with newspaper headlines. We have, as usual, a lot of papers on our table. This is Nigeria. We've got cover page headlines from them. We have Pen Pushing, Punch, Vanguard, This Day, Daily Independent, Leadership, you name it, Daily Sun. So stay with us. We'll be back in a bit to take you through newspaper headlines today. I am Didi, and this is Citizen FM 93.7. Time right now is 7:53. Do stay with us.
Nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Shiki, shiki.
The issues. Everybody respected that because it was coming from the president.
Theory behind it, the way the people took the battle in their hands.
Some civil servant retired without a roof over his head.
The cause.
If we cannot trust you, then you cannot take the ticket of this country. Hussein cannot be divulged from those who cause the crime. Honestly.
The passion.
You must have national spread. So where is it?
Why are you so concerned about that? He said money was...
I never...
No.
The platform is always the same.
Insight on Citizen FM 93.7.
The source is constant.
My name is Lawrence Umoite.
There is always an opportunity.
Tomorrow, Insight returns with another interesting...
Insight with Lawrence Umoite on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. Be part of the experience.
Jarabi, Tara, Yorojana, Ale.